Hello, welcome to another class with Mathema Soft. My name is Mr. Legend and I'm your tutor. Today we want to start with solving some questions in indices. In the last class, we talked about the laws of indices and we introduced the topic indices. And also, in the last class, we did some little background proving about the laws of indices just to show that they are not just imported into mathematics, they actually follow the fundamental principle that we have in mathematics. So today I have the laws still written by one side and the questions we want to solve are written here. I'm just doing this because you are just getting started with indices so that you can be looking at the laws as I will be solving the questions with you. In subsequent classes, I expect you to have known these laws by heart so that when we are solving questions, you will always pick that, oh, okay, that's a law in this and everything. Of course, I'll be mentioning them as I will be applying them. So today, let's start with our first question. The first question here says that 2 raised power 3 times 2 raised power 4. This is a direct application, so you can see the law here. It's very suitable for this. And then I will say this equals 2 raised power 3, multiplication will become plus, and then I will have 4, that will be 2 raised power 7. In most cases, you don't have to expand the number that you have in index form. Just leave it as 2 raised power 7. But because 2 raised power 7 can easily be expanded even without using your calculator, so you may want to do this. Or if you check the option, perhaps you are solving an objective question, so the format with which they may actually leave the answers in the option might guide you on how to stop. But if you are writing theory, you might actually leave your answer like this. So this is all about number 1. And then I have number 2. Number 2 says 3 raised power 2 times 3 raised power minus 1. Of course, I know that this is still multiplication. It will still follow the first law of indices, okay? And then I'm going to have 3 raised power 2 plus this minus 1 that is here. I have to separate it with brackets. You know, I've told you before, avoid writing signs side by side. So you need to just use bracket to separate one so that they will not just be stuck together. So I have plus bracket minus 1. So the next thing is that, of course, I expect you to have gone through some of our fundamental classes so that you will be helped with things like this. Because here we have to say plus times this minus. Whenever you have this bracket, it signifies what? Multiplication. So you say plus times minus, and then you know that what? That will give us what? Minus. Go through the fundamental classes that I've actually dropped. I've talked about multiplication of signs in some of those videos, and I will try to actually put the link of that video in the comment section so that if you are not familiar with such, you can go through it and then come back to this. So plus times minus will give me minus, and then I have what? 1, and that will give me 3 raised power 2 minus 1. That will be 3 raised power 1, and 3 raised power 1 is the same thing as 3. So that's how we solve that. Now let's move to number 3 of the questions. I want to solve number 3 now. In my number 3, the question I have is very straightforward. I have 9 multiplied by 3 raised power 0. Here, I cannot actually take this to be 3 raised to power 2, and then I have times 3 raised power 0. And then I will say this equals 3 raised power 2 plus 0. And the answer will give me 3 raised power 2. Let's just learn how to leave it in index form. Of course, we know that 3 raised power 2 will give me 9. Another straightforward, because in indices, the more you begin to solve questions, the more you begin to find the easier way to actually get it, even applying what? The laws of indices. Like this that I just did now, I can as well just say that 9 times 3 raised power 0. You know that there is a law that says that anything raised power 0 is what? 1. So I can have 9 times 3 raised power 0 will give me 1, and the answer will give me 9. Just like as I have here that what? 3 raised power 2 is also 9. So I will get the same answer either way that I do it, still applying the laws of indices, because it's indices that make me to know that 3 raised power 0 is 1. So the next question The next question is our number 4, and then in our number 4, I have 4 raised power minus 1 divided by 2 raised power minus 2. In this case, we know that 2 cannot be further simplified to any simpler base number or to any simpler index number. But this 4 can actually be split down as the power of what? 2. So I can start with saying that my 4 is 2 raised power 2. 4 means 2 raised power 2. Then into brackets, this minus 1 that is here before will be there. And then I'm going to say divided by 2 raised power minus 2. 2 times this minus 1 will give me 2 raised power minus 2 now. Then I will have divided by 2 raised power minus 2. Okay? And then let me finish that here so that I will not be writing 2 down to the lower side of the board. So I have 2 raised power minus 2 divided by 2 raised power minus 2. So I can now use in this because it's not the same base number. It must be the same base number. So I will choose 1, and then I will have minus 2 here, minus 2. This division, according to the law, will become what? Minus. That will be minus, and then I have another minus 2 here into bracket now to separate it, minus 2. So we have this equals minus 2, minus times minus will give me plus, and that will be plus 2, minus 2 plus 2. In our fundamental classes, you should have actually learned this, and if you have not done so, please just go through those fundamental classes, foundation in mathematics, so that you can actually get help. But in this case, I know that minus 2 plus 2 will give me 0. So that will be 2 raised power 0, and my answer will be what? 1. So I started solving from here, and then I finish it up what? Here. So that is our number 4. And the last question that we have here, which is number 5. So number 5 also, I can take number 5 here and say that I have 27 raised power minus 2 divided by 3 raised power 4. So I know that I cannot further simplify 3 to a simpler index number, but I can do something to this 27 because I know that 27 can be expressed as power of 3. So how many power of 3 will give us 27? That's 3 raised power 3, because 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27. So that's 3 raised power 3, that's 27. But it carries the power of minus 2, I'll put it there, divided by 3 raised power 4. Okay, then I can now say that 3 times minus 2 will give me minus 6 divided by 3 raised power 4. So now I can apply the law because I now have the same base number. So I can say 3 raised power minus 6, division will change to minus, and then I have what? Minus 4. And that will give me minus 6 minus 4. That will give me minus 10. Okay, I may not leave my answer like this because I know that I have a law like this. Just look at this law. You can see the format that we can write it. Minus will become 1 over, and then I will have for 3 raised power 10. And here comes the end of the questions that we have on the board. If you do find this video helpful, please kindly share it with people around you, and try to go into the comment section below where I will be dropping your assessment. So try the assessment, lay your hands on it, and use it to groom yourself, applying the laws of indices before you move to the next class. To the next class, where I will be coming your way to solve more questions on indices. My name remains Mr. Legend, and I'm here to assist you pass your mathematics examination excellently. Bye for now.